Dukes of
Weebdom, episode 86. Welcome back. Welcome. How do you do? How's your week?
Well. Good.
Yes.
Good. Finished Fallout.
Oh, the show.
Yeah.
I was like, you were playing a Fallout game? What?
No, I want to now, though.
Yeah? Which type?
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah?
Yeah, really good.
Really good.
Yeah.
Yes,
We're
I also.
both very happy with it.
Yes. The only thing, the thing I talked about last week, the quote-unquote plot hole. Remember the scene when the ghoul's fighting like the 7 power suits at the end?
Yeah.
He talks about the defect right above.
Defect.
Yeah, and he just wipes them all out. But then earlier, when he fights the one dude in the power suit in the town, he's struggling. Hard.
He certainly didn't one-shot kill him.
Yeah, and it was a noob in it who'd never fought in one. That was That was like plot armor to the max on, I forget the character's name.
Maximus.
Maximus, yeah. Plot armor to the max on Maximus.
Yeah.
So. But no, the ghoul is actually one of my favorite characters. His backstory is fucking...
My only complaint is the girl that hurt herself to get out of service. I felt like that was very like, I don't know how to put it, meh plot line. Because it set up the intrigue earlier, like, who put razor blades in her boots? And then later she's just like, it was me. I didn't want to serve. Like, they say it with no reverence.
Yeah.
And when I think back, I'm just like, you really did that to yourself? Like, that shit looked fucked up. I thought someone put, like, uranium in her boot with how her foot looked coming out of that fucking boot.
Well, you gotta think, too. Well, maybe not, because she was inside the vault. So, right? So...
No, I'm talking about, it was one of the random Brotherhood of Steel girls. She was a friend of Maximus.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay, I remember now. But, yeah, well, it makes sense, because, I mean, that's... Razor blades, where are you getting those things? They probably are irradiated with uranium. Yeah, so
it fucked her foot up. I get, like, you have to make it a believable, real injury to get out, but do you really have to do that to yourself? Could you not have just broken your leg? Like, it was gross.
Kind of like what Rumpelstiltskin did in the flashback in that Snow White series we used to watch with your parents.
Yeah.
He took a hammer.
Once Upon a Time.
Yeah, he took a hammer to his fucking ankle.
Yeah.
To get out of the war.
I want to rewatch that.
It's the same problem with every other show in that show, though. It went on too long, so the plot lines just get way out of hand. But no, Fallout.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah, that was my only real complaint, because she even brings it up again later. And, like, I believe earlier she even, like, confronted Maximus being like, it wasn't you, right? It just feels like such, like, a meh way to bring it up towards the end.
Could have been just a plot line that they had going, but then
like someone brought up, like, shit, this character's back. When's the last time we saw them? Oh, fuck. But I have no complaints for the rest of it. In fact, just glowing praise.
I like that we get to see the flashbacks of before the bombs drop in and like, see what was leading up to that. Because I've just never played a Fallout game. I've only ever watched you playing like New Vegas and Fallout 4.
Yes. I would recommend them to you, because unlike a lot of shooters, it really doesn't take much precision. Bethesda doesn't know how to program a shooting game well already.
Bethesda doesn't know how to program a game.
Already. So, like, it's already not that twitchy kind of shooter. It's very like, I gotta line up my shot, even for someone like me that plays it.
Too, so.
Yeah, which is how I stat my character every time, is to get the most out of VATS.
It's like the stealth archer of Fallout.
It is. It absolutely is. It's all luck, perception, agility.
Yeah.
Agility gets you the action points, perception gets you the better hit chances, and luck.
I love fucking games like that where you actually choose stats like that for your character before you even begin a game.
And every Fallout before 4 really sticks you to those choices. Perk point to raise one of those stats instead, which is a cost, don't get me wrong. But like New Vegas, you're stuck. You might find like 1 or 2 items that give you 1 extra stat point in your run. Right. But you're stuck with those stats. You can't see perks that aren't available to you from your stats. So from the moment you say go, you're pretty much choosing what perks are going to show up in your game without even knowing it. So like me with a luck character, I'll see all like the hit like chances. Like it'll be like a chance for this mysterious stranger to show up whenever you use VATS and finish off the guy.
Yeah.
But I won't see any of the strength perks, even as options or even shaded out or anything. It's almost like they just don't exist in the game because I don't have enough strength. And I love that. And there's everything before 4 also has the stupid dialogues, where if you put your intelligence to 1, you talk like an idiot.
Yeah, forcing you to put something in there.
Yeah. So you literally go up to the doctor, he's like, "Are you feeling all right? My head not so good."
Who needs dialogue anyway? No, that's cool.
So I recommend it, just again, because it's a solid RPG. And 4 is still good too, don't get me wrong. It's just kind of like a lot of modern games, they kind of like pulled back on restraining the player. They're like, let's give them a little more options, which kind of pulls away from the RPG feel just a little bit.
Because I remember when 4 first came out, Fallout fans weren't too happy with it.
No, there was like the first burst of, whoa, it looks so beautiful. And then as they start digging in, they're like, oh, it's a little shallower than what we're used to. Because like 4, not only could you like put your points in to like increase your stats, you see the entire fucking perk menu, everything available to each stat. So you can meticulously increase your stats up to the perk you want and then put...
Yep.
So it's just a different vibe. Your choices don't feel like they matter nearly as much as any of the other games. But that's like kind of a small criticism for what's still a very good, fun game in the moment to moment. It's also the most available, which is like a factor.
Well, the problem with it is I could probably get 4, because 4 you could probably get on the PS5.
Yeah.
But like New Vegas, probably not, right? But
Not
then
that
if
I
I'm
know
going to
of.
get a game between now and Wilds, it's going to be Metaphor.
Or hopefully Vampire Survivors.
I almost got it this weekend.
Oh.
But you know, because I was like, oh, the graphics are kind of bad though. But it really doesn't matter that much.
It's $5.
But then I was looking, there's a lot of them, the same kind of game in related. So I was going through like
It's true.
all of those
People really took off with that as a genre now.
Was Vampire Survivors the first of that genre?
Yes. 100%.
Okay. But I was trying to find one that had like more of a I mean, it's not a game you're going to get AAA graphics out of. I understand that. But Vampire Survivors itself is like super like
I do wish more of the clones were available on console, because I'd almost have a couple clones to throw at you if they were, but they're not. There's one called Soulstone Survivors where it's all magic instead and like elements. It looks real crazy. And then I want to say it's called Halls of Torment, which is a more Diablo-like version, like old school Diablo, but it's Vampire Survivors. But I've been playing the shit out of Vampire Survivors lately myself.
yeah,
Working my way up to that Castlevania DLC.
nice.
I will say every DLC improves on what the base game was. Because like the base game, it's like a featureless map. If you pull up the map screen, it just shows you where the pickups are because there's nothing actually on the map. Every DLC after the base game, there's actual maps with like buildings and actual map design. And the map screen actually has topography.
It's things you have to walk around.
Yes. Look at.
That's cool.
So like, if you do get it for the base, I'm just letting you know that to be like...
Speaking of Survivors, this came out of complete left field for me today. Announced today.
Oh, I saw a sentence alluding.
So I saw a video talking about it, right? So I'm on it immediately. So I was watching his video. So then he's talking about it. And so I, then go on my search bar and look it up, the trailer. And his video was 9 hours ago, and then IGN shared the trailer for 8 hours ago at the time of the video clicking. And in his video, he says that there's no trailer yet. And I was like, well, I'm going to watch this trailer right now.
Brand spanking.
It actually looks pretty good for a mobile game. Caveat to it that I'm kind of worried about. The company, true, but so I'm a little worried about that. But at the same time,
Pretty sure Tencent. I gotta double check that one. They definitely own a huge share of Riot. That part I can say for sure. Get all. Okay, here we go.
Right? This part's a little like the but it's whatever, you're swinging from branches. But,
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't look that bad for a fucking mobile game.
And I gotta say, Monster Hunter plus survival games is kind of like a match made in fucking heaven.
Yeah. And it's multiplayer online.
I was even thinking to myself, I was like, can they just start doing that with the mainline games? I don't need a whole town. If I could just forge my own shit, just like let me just build a shack somewhere and fucking survive.
Coming soon on mobile, so I'm just
I'll probably get that. No, I'm like overloaded with mobile games.
Same, but at the same time, it's just like...
I always have more to delete.
Yeah, right. It's like I haven't played... Like, I deleted... Like I told you the other day, I deleted Bleach Brave Souls. So that's 3.5 gigs, and I haven't opened this game even to collect the daily reward in like 3 months.
I haven't opened Fate in ages.
I haven't played it, but I open it almost every day to get that daily reward. Because I want those St. Courts, so that if a banner does come up that I see when I log in, that's why, too. Like, all the banners have been shit for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of banners that have come out that people have been hyped for.
Not me.
But not me. And then it's just the problem with Fate. It's not a problem. It's a problem with me, not a problem with Fate. But all of my mobile games that I have, I come on, do all my daily stuff, do some daily missions, blah, 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 blah. I think my longest one that I'm on is 10, 12 minutes max. You can, where I am in Fate, it can take up to 5 to 10 minutes for one fight in Fate. So that's... One could be just that I'm a free-to-play player in Fate, so my fucking...
You're unoptimized,
I'm very...
scrub ass.
Yeah. Not only am I probably not having the most optimal team comp, but also all of them... I got levels, like I level all my people to max level, but then there's also all of the skill levels up and the command code level up and all this other bullshit.
Your cards level up. You're like each individual attack they do can level up.
Yeah, and the fucking
Noble Phantasm ranks up.
Yeah, and I have none of that on anyone other than Mordred.
And then also
on her, it's not that much either.
The material to increase your base attack and HP.
Yeah, it's insane how much items there are to get to try and strengthen your characters.
To try to milk more money out of people.
And I just don't have that. Well, that's the funny thing, too. Well, no, because you can buy the cubes to then buy it.
And some of those, the power-up cards, like the power-up materials come from pulls.
Yeah. But anyway. I'll buy it and play it. The Monster Hunter Survival mobile game.
I definitely will. It just looks like it's gonna drain my battery.
Oh, big same, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be brutal.
Yeah, it's something that you can. But that's the thing too. It's like something I'm gonna have to play at home while plugged into my charger. But then it's like, why don't I just play regular Monster Hunter at that point?
Quick searchy search.
For what?
See if any Jump Assemble news is here.
Oh. You poor soul. Nothing.
Oh, no.
I don't know. It'll be out eventually. I'm not needing it right now, and I'm not trying to be like hyped for it because I know it's already been pushed back twice, right? So.
And there's just no official announcements at all. Like, I go on their Discord, and it's just normal people talking. I've not once seen... Yeah, it's just some... Oh, yeah, that's a jumping jack tutorial. That's a block.
Fucking Twitter.
Jesus Christ, thank God I'm leaving.
Leaving Twitter?
Yeah. Working on it.
How so?
Blue Sky, baby.
Yeah.
Twitter, but different.
Good luck.
Thank you. I mean, I'd have way less following because there's no porn bots. But on the other hand, my following is just inflated by porn bots. So
The bot situation is ridiculous.
it's so bad.
But
I might have like 7 genuine followers out of the 89.
I mean, at least I can say, because I have a bunch too, the purges happen kind of often. Like, I'll come in and I'll
never
see...
lose more than 10 to a purge.
Oh, I lose like 20, 25.
I never even lose 10. And these are all porn bots.
It's ridiculous.
The only ones that aren't porn bots are other artist bots that come onto my stream asking me, "Oh, do you want? I'm a digital designer. Would you like an overlay and stuff?" I'm like, "No. Do you want to check out my portfolio? Send it to my Twitter." And then I don't look.
So right now I have 33.
89.
I've had up to 100 before, so...
Granted, I'd probably 10 of these, if I were to be realistic. Probably 10 of them aren't some sort of bot. This is someone that came on stream.
Nice.
No, because they're also a bot of
No,
some kind. I don't know if they're bots
sadness.
because they respond to me, but they come on every fucking time. There's somebody on stream going, "Hi, hello.
Hi.
How often do you stream?
Every day.
What else do you play?
I play a variety of games.
I'm a graphic designer, and I would love to make an overlay for you.
No thanks.
Can I show you my portfolio?"
No thanks.
Aw, frowny face. That's what I mean. It's listening.
It's weird.
But it's multiple times a day.
Saying the same thing.
Saying the same thing. That
Yeah,
same
it's probably-
script. Except
Probably an AI bot.
there's a cheesier one, too, when they come in, they're like, "Big fan of how you stream. You're doing a great job. Would you like to check out my portfolio?" It's like, get the fuck out of here. I got 20 followers, and I'm lucky if anyone looks. Don't get out of here with "I like the way you stream." You
Savage.
just entered.
Sag.
But I send them to my Twitter, and then they follow me on Twitter. "Well, follow me back when you get a sec." I will, but I'm streaming right now. "So after you stream?" "Yeah."
Sure thing, bud.
He said, lying.
Oh, man.
So yeah, while I have a much less following on Blue Sky, I'm much more optimistic about actual eyeballs.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Wish you the
I'll
best.
probably keep Twitter just to post links of these episodes. But I would like to just get it off my phone and never look at it again.
Someday.
It's barely even manga anymore. It's all politics, including the ads.
Well, understandable in the sense because election
Yeah.
was last week.
But I wish
So-
my algorithm fought back against it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything politics, I always scroll right past. I'm like, no, thank you.
I wish it did. I wish
On
I had that
everything.
self-control, which is why I need to just get rid of it. It stresses me out, and I should just not.
Well, doesn't doesn't Twitter have some kind of feedback? So if you just keep blocking political posts, would it stop showing it to you? Or
I think I have to start liking other things and following other things.
Are you liking and following politics stuff?
I generally don't like it, but I'll look through the comments.
Yeah, so you're
back out
you're
quick.
interacting with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's the problem.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't get spoilers.
That's why I'm I need to just.
Because I don't click on and read manga spoilers.
But now I wish I clicked on
So-
more of them
Why, to get more manga spoilers?
to get away from the politics.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, magic.
There you go. Click on that and read through the comments on that. And fucking get more magic content on your feed or something.
Oh, God. Oh, God, it's a magic puzzle.
Magic puzzle?
Yeah. It's just a hypothetical. I don't even want to get into it. It'd be so long to explain. For what is
no, thank you.
a very... I don't even know how to describe that.
A combo.
No.
Oh.
It's way plainer than that. It's, hey, do you cancel this duress or not in this situation? I'm just like, it's so plain.
Did duress get reprinted too?
Oh, yeah.
It's just a fucking set of reprints, huh?
Yeah, but I think half of it is reprints. And it's a larger than normal set, too.
Well, shit.
Yeah. Again, I like that. I kind of like that side of it, though. I like the nostalgia.
Well, listen, if I was still buying Magic cards, I'd probably love it right now. But I'm not looking through the set and not trying to do that. Because I don't need that expense in my life.
Smart.
I'm trying to lower expenses.
If anything, I'd say buy the set before it to get all the new demon shit for your mini black decks.
True.
Exsanguinate got reprinted.
I have Exsanguinate.
I need to make a ramp deck just to exsanguinate people with.
Maybe it would go down in price now. I feel like that was on the more, well, it wasn't expensive, but it was like expensive, if that makes sense. Wasn't that like anywhere between like $5 and $15 a piece? I feel like it was.
I feel like it might have been. I don't know.
I could be completely wrong. But anyway, regardless.
It could have been before Gary came out.
True.
Good old Gary.
Yeah, so almost got Vampire Diaries. Oh my god. Vampire Survivors.
And you still should. I wish it had online co-op. It does have local co-op, but it doesn't have online co-op.
How's that work, though, with the map movement around? You just gotta stay close to each other?
Yeah, you gotta stay close to each other, and it does limit you in one way. Normally, you can have 6 weapons, 6 passives. It knocks out 2 of the slots of each, so each player can have 4 and 4.
Who does the camera lock onto?
Both of you. Like if like you're both moving around the screen, if this guy goes this way, it'll pan the camera until it can't anymore. Because this person stays on screen.
Okay.
So it's like you both kind of have control of where it's going.
Okay.
But you gotta be coordinated if you actually want to like get somewhere.
I feel like that could be rough, though.
It can be. I have tried it. I was playing it on the Switch with my partner a while back. It's fun though. That's why I was like, I've got it. If it was online, I'd be all over that shit.
It'd be a little prettier, and I probably would have got it.
It makes me really nostalgic for like the arcade version of Gauntlet.
It's, I mean, this thing's probably less than a gig in size too, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Megabytes in size.
I'd be surprised if even with all the DLCs, if it hit a gig.
But I was just like, I don't need this right now because I got so many other games that I'm just not playing right now.
That's true too.
So,
part of me would almost go get Hades instead. I do also think you'd actually really like Hades, and that looks better.
I've seen stuff from Hades. It doesn't look too bad.
And has an actual story.
Repeatable story.
Yes. Something almost every other roguelike doesn't have.
It's whatever. But, because...
It's the kind of thing where I know if you sat down and played Vampire Survivors, you'd like it, but I don't know where you'd fit that in your day to play it. Like, to actually sit down and play it. It's short, loose, but still, you're going to sit there in your library and be like, I could open that, but Metaphor's right there.
I do want to get Metaphor, but I have to beat one of the other RPGs first.
I'll get Metaphor from my partner, but it's $70. I just took a vacation, so I got to wait.
It sucks, though, because it's like... Persona 3 would be the perfect one for me to beat, so I can just delete it off my system. But I'm like sitting here and I'm like, all right. It says I'm like 54% through the game, and I have like 80 hours into the game. Ugh. So it means I got like 60 hours, 50 if I fucking just really hammer in. But I'm like, well, that's not going to happen. I'm the way I am with fucking single player RPGs. I'm a completionist. I fucking do everything. So it's definitely another 80 hours. But then I'm like, but then there's also the DLC for it, which is already another 40 hours of gameplay. Which means for me, it's probably more like 55 hours of gameplay. Fuck. And then I'm sitting there like, okay, well, Persona 5 Tactica's right there. And I'm like, but the only reason I'm actually even playing this game is because it's Persona 5 themed. It's not actually that good of a game. So I should probably just delete it. But at the same time, it's Persona 5 themed. And I've beaten every other Persona 5S game. So I need to beat this game. And then I'm like, But then Yakuza Like a Dragon's there. But if I beat Yakuza Like a Dragon, then I'm going to want the second one. But then when I beat the second one, I'm going to want the third one that's
Which my
coming
partner is loving the second one, too. But he loved Like a Dragon.
Oh my god,
There's
it's
no
such
chance
a
of
good
disappoint.
fucking game. So it's like... But then you look and it's like, none of these games, not a single one of them, are short games.
Oh, and you know Young Yeah, right? The YouTuber?
Who?
He's Young Yeah. He's a gaming YouTuber. Sometimes Asmongold reacts to his stuff.
Maybe. I mean, I'm sure if I've seen him, I maybe. But
Well, he voice acts Kiryu in the next Like a Dragon game, the Infinite Wealth.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
See if I can just get a picture of him. Oh, I spelled that wrong, but hopefully Google will just do the thing.
Do the thing.
This guy.
Oh, yeah, I've seen him around.
Yeah, he voices Kiryu for the English version.
Glorious. Nice.
Good for him.
I'll probably not hear his voice, though. Because unlike every other Japanese JRPG, I'm actually playing Yakuza in Japanese. Because I saw the trailer and I was like, oh, all of this is Japanese-themed comedy. And in my experience...
And you're in Japan.
Yeah, and I'm like, in my experience, the jokes... It's from my own personal preference. For me, even though I'm reading it in English and I'm hearing it in English in my mind because I'm reading it in English, but I'm hearing the Japanese person say it, I feel like the jokes hit harder when it's the Japanese, the way they emphasize words and stuff, even though I don't speak Japanese, than if I was just playing it in English and heard the English person try and do it.
It's all based on performance for me. I really like how the Like a Dragon cast is in English.
It's like...
Whoever's playing Kasuga in the English dub, like, hats off to that man. He does a really good job.
Like this, like Dragon Quest X, another game I didn't beat, but that's on PlayStation 4 that I had it, so it's not like it's staring me in the face.
Yeah.
Another long fucking game, though.
Not sure if I'll ever get into Dragon Quest.
10 was really good. I think it's good. But the only problem I had with 10 is the progression system that you have. So, like, you get skill points, and then it has it's a fucking sphere grid.
Yeah.
It's a sphere grid. Just not
It's
a
what I
sphere
call
grid.
the Path of Exile stuff, too.
Yeah.
Just whatever's the shorthand needed.
Yeah. It takes forever to get the points needed to progress through that thing. So the progression is slow. So it's repetitive in the sense that the gaps between new stuff is very large, if that makes sense.
No, I gotta give it to Bethesda with the best goddamn leveling system in an RPG. In fucking Skyrim.
Yeah.
Normalize that. I mean, Kingdom Come does it too. Where you get better at the thing you do as you do it. And that's how your level goes up. Instead of, let me just allocate my numbers.
Yeah, right?
I don't know. It's just so refreshing and much more immersive the way Skyrim and Kingdom Come does it. Where you just practice the thing, you get better. Especially Kingdom Come, because unlike Skyrim, it's not just like stat and perk differences. Like, you suck at shooting arrows until you actually practice it and get better. Like, your aim's wobbly and shit.
That's how, kind of, like, you can get new skills differently, but that's how you strengthen skills in Tales games.
See, I love that.
So you get it, and like the skill itself has an experience, and you get experience by using the skill, and as it'll level up, it'll become stronger.
See, even that's refreshing.
Yeah. That's another one too. Tales of Arise has the DLC, and I fucking platinumed Tale of Arise, so I have too many DLCs to try and play. But I've been just like completely ignoring them right now because I'm like, I have the backlog of games, but right now is the perfect opportunity. But then patch for 14 came out, so once the 14 patch dies down again for me, then I'll be in prime time, like late December, January.
So 1 or 2 months before Monster Hunter Wilds comes out?
2.5. 2.5 months is a long time to try.
Well, if you're saying January, that's like 1.5.
Well, it's late February. It's February 28th.
That's not 2.5 still.
It's February 28th. It's the last day of
January,
February.
It's not 2.5. It's 2 max.
I said mid-December. But yes, 2 to 2.5 months. To hard focus on games, because once Monster Hunter comes out, that's the only game.
It's Joe over.
It's Joe over. It's only Monster Hunter. And the only thing that will pull me away from Monster Hunter, for any particular reason, would be if 14 dropped their patch around the same time. That's only because that patch would be an even number patch, so I'd need tomes. So I'd log in, do an expert, log out, Monster Hunter.
On one hand, I should finish G rank in World. On the other hand, do I take the risk of burning myself out on Monster Hunter right before the new game comes out? I think I should just wait.
I think you should just wait.
I'm already in G rank for World. I'm pretty happy with my progress in World for such a short time, like amount of days invested at least. Mm-hmm. It was actually a fuckload of hours, but
like the time.
Yeah. The overall time, I'm very happy with. So I think I should just wait. Because I will. If I try to beat G rank, I'm probably just going to burn myself out.
Especially because the further into G rank you go, the harder it's going to get for you to solo it. Which means the more grinding
and I have to go back to early farming into the next game. And it's just like... Yeah, I'm just going to wait. Because I have so many games to beat myself. I never beat fucking Space Marine. And I want to. I'm not even going to list all the RPGs. I'm just going to Space Marine. Space Marine plus 7 JRPGs.
What I need to do is just, like... Because a lot
Western.
Like, Hogwarts Legacy, dude, I think I could beat that in 2 more sit-downs. You know, just
You're
2
going
more
to have to
sections,
actually, like, get a
and
journal and, like, plan out that 2 months.
I am. Just every day. It's like, okay, so on Monday the 1st, play such and such game. And then on Tuesday the 2nd, I have to play this game, 1 hour of this game, an hour and a half of this game, and 30 minutes of this game. And then by all of that, by the time Wilds come out, everything will be done. But no, I do need to free up space, though. So, well, actually, no, I just deleted Wukong, so...
I will need to free up space when I buy Metaphor for my partner. I'm almost certain I'm going to have to free up space at that moment.
Get a hard copy.
So I can get the 70 gig download off of a disc?
Yeah, but at least it's hard copy.
We have a hard copy of Horizon Forbidden West, and that shit is like 90 gigs on my hard drive still.
Okay, well then get that game beat first.
Well, he did, but he hasn't done the DLC yet. And I'd hate to delete it, and then he wants to go do the DLC, and then with my connection speed...
Yeah.
You put that disc back in, and you still gotta wait 24 hours to play that motherfucker.
Jesus.
Because it's at least 70 gigs on my hard drive, and I'm really trying to lowball that.
He's only played the first one so far? Horizon?
No, he's beaten the first one, he's beaten the second one, he just hasn't done the Burning Shores DLC for this new one.
Did I do that DLC? I actually don't remember if I did the DLC for Forbidden West.
He loved the Forbidden West space game. He was on that so hard.
Oh yeah, because Forbidden West is the second one.
Yep.
Zero Dawn is the first one. I think Zero Dawn is better than Forbidden West, story-wise. Graphically and gameplay-wise, it's the second game. It's obviously going to be better.
Yeah. It wasn't enough years for their company to implode, so...
Yeah. But I think the story of the first one far exceeded what the second one brought to the table.
That's from what I heard from reviewers too. A lot of people are saying it's almost like they restarted Alloy's character arc over again to make the second game happen.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the development that she went through took a few steps back in the second game. So I was like, I mean, it wasn't terrible. It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's just...
And that's not like a ruiner.
worse than the first one.
Yeah.
And then it's still a good game. If you like that, I mean...
The
I fucking
gameplay
love
looked
it
fantastic.
because
it looks like Monster Hunter.
Yeah, it's like you're fighting, and I love the weapons, man, and the variety of different weapons you can have, and the builds. The visuals are great. Fucking fighting that T-Rex thing, I forget what it's called, or in the new one they got a Spinosaurus one too. Fighting those big mechs and like actually having to sit there and break off each one of those parts to get them.
It looks
lower.
gorgeous when you do it too.
Amazing.
The feedback from it, like
yeah, it's a really good game.
Sorry, my brain went back to Vampire Survivors, and I was just like, meanwhile, I'm hitting like a 3-pixel bat with a diamond that ricochets around the screen.
Hey man,
The feedback.
true, but graphics don't make it
No.
the game.
What makes a game is that crack-like progression. When you're 15 minutes into a Vampire Survivors run, and either your first or second weapon evolves, and those effects are really starting to take over the fucking screen, oh, it's like drugs right in my veins.
Gotta say though, that's one thing Sony does really well is their exclusive games.
Mm-hmm. They're all visually stunning. The stories are usually at least passable. At least, like, bottom.
Just like fucking... Dude.
So it's Spider-Man, God of War, Horizon.
Yeah.
Even Astro now, because that Astrobot platformer popped off when it came out.
Okay, so I don't understand what that is. Because the PlayStation 5 came with that installed. Is it a different version of that?
No, they turned that into a full game now. That was just like a little, like...
fun thing you could do. I let my son play it, or watched me play it.
Because so many people praised that, which, I mean, some of that came because it was free. But because it was free, that's what got people's foot in the door to try it.
Well, mostly what that was just a showcase of all the features you could do with the controller and the PS5.
Well, people liked that so much that they put those developers on a full-fledged Astrobot platforming game. And that came out recently.
Nice.
And then everyone's like, oh, it's as good as Mario! I don't have any weigh in on that discussion, but it did well for them, so I'm adding it there.
There you go.
So they got a serious lineup now.
Yeah.
Helldivers, kind of, technically.
Well, isn't Helldivers on Xbox too?
Yes, but it is a Sony's. Because I remember one part of the Steam problem when they were putting it on PC, part of that drama was that you needed to connect your PlayStation account to play it on.
Oh, yeah, and
PC.
everyone's like, okay, but I don't have a PlayStation.
Or these 300 countries that literally can't get a PlayStation account.
But Spider-Man, dude, that reboot was so good.
I hope Wolverine will be good. For
Me
their
too.
sake.
For our sake.
For our sake, too, but for their sake, too.
It's by the same people, Insomniac?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I think we said that literally last week.
Yeah, but it's worth noting. I know, like, the whole story of the game got leaked.
Oh, no.
And everything about it. Because Insomniac had a huge leak.
Oh, knows.
Yes. I didn't look anything into it because I'm just like, that's kind of unfortunate.
Did they, like, leak other featured projects as well, or just...
I believe so. And I kind of erred away from it because I just thought it was like that level of fortunate. I don't mind little leaks here and there. I'll be like, hee 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 hee, but that was just like kind of sad.
Yeah. Probably maybe a disgruntled employee from inside that got fired or something and knew all that shit. Who knows?
Maybe even like an actual downright hack.
Yeah, probably. I mean, with today's technology, I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, I'm at fear of sounding kind of out of the loop. I've been watching a guy that talks a lot about cybersecurity, and they actually straight up make armbands that can clone your fucking key cards within a certain distance, and that blew my mind. I'm like, I didn't know we were there yet.
It's wild.
Fuck, that's some cyberpunk shit. Like,
well, you got to think too. But I forget what it's called. Something effect or something. whatever that computer technology advances,
Oh,
it
Moore's
doubles. Moore's law, yeah, doubles every 2 years.
law. I think Moore's law is also might specifically talk about how the computer chip.
It's getting smaller.
Yeah, I think I might have confused it, but I know what you're talking about. The rate at which technology expands is exponential. Like the rate at which it happens gets faster over time.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, look at the shit we have now compared to.
Yeah, from now to the Industrial
2010.
Revolution, we've made more progress in technology than the Industrial Revolution to the beginning of time.
Yeah. Well, you gotta think too. Look how long we were stagnated for.
Yeah. But that's just like a huge example of what it's talking about. The more time, the faster it gets.
Because there are also dips downward too. Because you
Dark
can't.
Ages.
Yeah, fucking. I would argue that whatever they did to build the pyramids was better than what they were doing in Greece. Even though what Greece was amazing, but like in between stuff.
But comparatively,
so it's like, okay, you got ancient Egypt, woohoo, amazing, but that's like 4,500 BC. Ancient Greece is in the hundreds of years BC, so you had to dip down to Greece and then it rise up to Rome and everything that Rome did, the fucking aqueducts, and then you see fucking medieval English fucking castles that are supposed to be these amazing things. I'm like, these things look like ass compared to everything the Romans and Greeks were doing. Like the Greek pantheon, the what the fuck is it? Parthian,
yeah.
And the fucking the Colosseum, the fucking all of those. Though you know what they actually have always been able to do really well, churches.
Oh yeah.
Some of those churches in England.
Well, that was their focus.
Yeah.
That's where all of the attention went to.
Like what's that famous cathedral?
The Sistine Chapel.
Yeah, that thing's like holy shit. People built that.
The one Michelangelo painted the top of.
Yeah, and first off, talk about just today. Yeah, I got an iPhone. I think I'm pretty smart that I can look up all this fucking stuff and I can tell you that all these cool scientific things that if I went back to 1550, nobody would know what the fuck I'm talking about. But Michelangelo, his 15-year-old ass, is painting that on the ceiling. And my ass
big ass
ain't doing
fucking
that.
ceiling too. It only really just hit me too. I'm like, man, he had to move that fucking whatever ladder he was on a lot.
I don't think he was actually 15 at the time, but he was young as fuck.
Yeah, he was. That was like what made his career, if I'm not wrong.
That's like
I'm sure he did something before then to actually have the kind of clout to be put on a job like that.
Because that's something I think about a lot too, that people really downplay the level of intelligence people had.
Oh yeah.
Like even going back thousands of years ago, because you're like, okay, some dude living in like 4,500 BC is like, you're like, that dude was stupid. Look at him hitting things with a rock. He doesn't know like the things that I know in terms of like, you would think just because you go through a general education at school, you know some like more than the common folk of through time or whatever. Be like, yeah, but that one dude at the age of like 15 could have been fucking like Alexander the Great. At like age 30, he died. I'm older than Alexander the Great was when he died.
Well, I think of like the Greek philosophers that are like, oh, I see this shadow on a sundial. Oh yes, the Earth is round in this circumference exactly, and I'm only wrong by like 0.00002.
Yeah, it was off by like what 12 degrees or something.
Yeah, like
and like
because he saw like a shadow in a different position than it was before.
And like look at Leonardo da Vinci. That dude's a fucking genius. Like all of the things that dude came up with.
Meanwhile, I've been very black-pilled on how smart kids are these days. I used to be that way too, where it's like, oh yes, we have the general education these days. Meanwhile, I saw those videos of the guy that goes around college campuses like, what's 9 plus 9 plus 9? Oh, fuck, man.
People...
Shit.
Pendas fucks people this generation.
But it's all pluses!
No, I know.
Yeah.
But just Pendas and generous
I know,
people.
I see those posts too. It's real sad.
Well, because a lot of them are trick questions, though.
Well...
Because the way they write the formula isn't how you would ask the question, so that's how you can come up with two different answers and both be kind of correct because of the way it's written is wrong. I've seen
some
that,
of them are
but
like that.
Some of them, but
Some
not all of them.
Because some of them don't even write up an actual question. They just give you the math. And if you followed PEMDAS, there'd be an answer.
Yes.
One.
And you're sitting here, and you're like, oh, the answer is like, say it's like 1 or 6 or 9 or whatever. And then you have this random person in the comments that's like 86. And you're like, how? Even if you did the math from left
I
to
love
right.
trying to backwards, figure out where they got it wrong.
You know what, also, though? I mean, I get it. If I'm just walking down the street and I get one of those people that come up to you and ask, like, trivia questions, nerves would fuck with me.
I get it, but not with some of the questions.
Some of the questions that people ask are like, how do you not know the answer?
If you were born 10 years ago, how old would you be today?
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
How many continents are there? I was just shook.
Yeah. But then sometimes some of the questions are like, okay, those are good questions, and like, but at the same time,
I know some of them are a little more misleading.
Yeah.
But then I guess math just hurts me specifically because I'm good at math. But when you walk up and go 3 times 3 times 3, and the person goes, shit, fuck. I'm already dying inside before they even give out a number.
Yeah, it's 27, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
3 cubed. And he's nice. He doesn't say 3 cubed. He says 3 times 3 times 3.
Is it 9?
What day of the week would it be 7 days from now?
Yeah.
It's really...
Yeah, people are fucking...
Those videos got under my skin.
Stupid.
Incredibly stupid.
But then at the same time, there's also a lot of smart
people. And then
people
again,
today.
I go back to Galileo and fucking Aristotle and shit. And man.
Or just,
To be fair, though, there's a common man throwing tomatoes at them back in the day, too.
Yeah, or just Newton.
Yeah.
It's probably...
Yeah, another great example. An apple hit my head. Let me figure out fucking gravity.
Yeah, probably the smartest dude to ever live. Fucking Isaac Newton. So... We're a tangent, but it's like I think about stuff like that. But it's like people assume that... It's like, dude, we're... the same person.
There's someone of relevant smartness of every generation.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, we're the same person. You don't think that we evolved into some higher being just because we were born in the 21st century.
Though, I actually say it's even worse now. Because of such an influx of technology, it's even harder to, point out who's that smart person in this generation. Mm-hmm. Because there's so much noise that it's hard to pick out the ones that matter.
Well, I also feel like the smartest people are the ones that we're not going to know about because they're not
until
busy.
Long after their contribution.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can point to a bunch of them, like Michio Kaku's fucking really smart. Fucking, Brian Greene is another one that I think is, Eric Weinstein. Those dudes are fucking, they make me look like a monkey.
Oh, no, I need them.
Oh, they're all signed. PhD.
So I just don't know the smart people.
They're just really smart. I watch a lot of science videos, so
Good.
To be fair.
Good.
My problem is, I'll watch a science video about whatever topic it be. I watch a lot of space content, but I don't retain a lot of it.
I mean, it's hard to when you don't have all of the base knowledge that you need for the entry level to begin with.
Yeah, so, if I had to try and reiterate to you some of the things that they've said that I've heard them say, it'd be very hard. But then in my mind, I'm like, oh yeah, he said that thing, so this is why this happens. But me trying to explain why this happens, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Would be, you'd look
You
at
have
me.
broad strokes.
Yes, very. I know the names of a lot of places in space, though.
I look forward to how you're going to timestamp this section, by the way.
Oh, God, it's going to be a fucking nightmare. Oh, this section is this specific section is all going to be one thing. We go on a tangent about smart people. Knowledge. Smart versus dumb people.
What's 9 times 9 times?
That's going to be the title of this episode. What's 3 times 3 times 3? Answer in bio.
What continent is
9.
America in? I swear to God, I think they said Europe. Oh.
Brutal. It's bad. Yeah, it's bad. But I was gonna make a point there, but
I'm sorry. I broke your train of thought.
no, it's okay. But no, because like what we really got on with this was just simply saying that it's like because of the Michelangelo and how young those people are when they did those things. It's a lot of it because they didn't like listen. The school system is very useful for today in our lifestyle and our daily things. But you got to think you're 17, 18 years old when you graduate high school. And all you have is general knowledge about a bunch of shit. You didn't spend the last... Like, you got to think in Michelangelo's day or in fucking all these days, they maybe were homeschooled when they were children or whatever.
Maybe,
but then
too. That's a big maybe.
Mozart was like 11 when he composed his first symphony. Yeah, because the dude was given fucking piano lessons when he was 3, probably.
Yeah.
So, like...
And it was all he cared about because he found his passion early.
Yeah, so, like, they would find something that they got passionate about or were good at, and that was all they did every day forever. So... Of course they're going to be good at it. Like, by the time we graduate high school,
I literally didn't know what I want to do up until even now. So,
but it's like, yeah, it's like maybe you had an art class that you did decent at. You're like, oh, you have potential or whatever. Like me, for example, I hated music in all of elementary school because we had a chorus class and then a specific music class, and I hated music so much I refused to participate in both of them. And I remember the principal coming to me and says, okay, because I was so not about it, he's like, you can get out of one of them, but you have to participate in the other one. So he's like, if you don't want to do chorus, we won't send you to chorus.
That's pretty fair, though.
But in music, you have to do, you know what
Considering.
I mean? So I don't remember which one I got out of.
Yeah.
I chose one to not go to, probably chorus. Because music, they came to the classroom, and I could still just sit in the back and, like, minimal participate. I mean,
and I can imagine the thought of learning a couple instruments is better than having to sing in front of people.
Mm-hmm. But what notable I remember is they had a exposition in the school cafeteria after school that all the kids came. And I remember I want to say it was after school. It could have been during school hours, but only because I remember my dad and mom being there with me. But they were every instrument you could think of was here, and you just go around and you get to play with the instruments, try singing, see if something caught the child's fancy to then be like, oh, you should give this child this. When I got to the cellos, and I just never touched one before, and I just picked it up and just started playing notes, and they were like, now this is just a memory of mine, but the teacher was like, wow, you got some serious potential here, you could, do this. But I've never touched a cello since.
And the big problem with that too is also cellos are expensive.
Well, yes,
that's a hard one to be like, my child showed an interest. Let me.
I will say I do remember at the time though, because all of my sisters played an instrument.
Yeah.
My oldest sister played the flute. My younger sister played the keyboard, and my youngest sister played the violin. And each one you could rent the equipment from the music place. But when it came to me, I never did an instrument. I just remember one time my dad asking me. I don't even remember where it was. It was like we were walking out the back door in the backyard around to the driveway, and he asked me if I wanted to play an instrument. And I remember just like blurting out drums, and that was shut down so fast. And I get it. There's no way. If my son said, Dad, I want to play the drums, I'm like, no.
Yes, son, I'm going to get you a $1,000 drum kit that you'll absolutely destroy.
Well, then also, it's the one instrument I would want to least hear somebody play badly in the house.
No. That is a fool's choice, my friend. The violin and flute, by far.
For me, I have experience with both of them, and it's not as bad as you would think because
bad violin's really bad.
It is, but you can close a door on your sister and walk downstairs, and you can't hear it anymore.
Okay.
Especially with the flute.
Yeah,
if you do that in a closed door,
you can probably still hear the violin through those walls. It's just not as great.
Yeah, you just go downstairs, watch TV, and turn it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Drums have no volume setting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but at least drums is just rhythm. You're never gonna get that sharp effect that like a bad violin
like
has.
A screeching. Yeah, you're right. But again, I feel like it's harder to mask the sounds of a drum practice than any other instruments. So I was shut down immediately there. But who knows? Maybe if I mean, again, this is just an off memory. I could have actually just happened to play that one few notes decent enough as a child. But then if I actually tried learning, I would have sucked at it. But it's just an example to then tie into like how all of those people, maybe the same thing happened with Mozart. He just tapped some keys and like, oh, you're pretty good. You should try this. And then it's Mozart and he's amazing. Or Michelangelo just threw some paint on a fucking canvas one day and was like, oh, this is pretty fun. And then next thing you know, he's painting fucking masterpieces or fucking, well, Picasso's a whole different story.
Don't get me started on school reform is where I was going to go with this.
What?
School reform, because
no,
I would
that's
go
not,
off.
That's, no.
I have so much much in my big old brain on what they need to do to schools.
Yeah. It's bad. But no, it's just, that's why, and it's like, I just get so angry when people try to say that we as a whole are smarter today than people. It's like, no. We're just...
I used to believe it, but
you can argue that we're better educated, absolutely.
We have more opportunities to be educated.
Exactly.
We have more access to information and knowledge than any other generation before us.
That's why I hate IQ tests. Because an IQ test, maybe I haven't actually taken one, but like tests in general, I hate people be like, oh, I got an A on a test and you got a fucking C, I'm smarter than you. All a test tests is memorization ability. You know what I mean? Unless it's a math
on the
test.
Question. Yeah.
Like a math test, you get a problem and you have to solve the problem. But most tests, like if it's a history test, how well do you remember what the dude told you?
Yeah.
That doesn't.
There's not even anything to infer further about history, like that you could like set up like a fancy question.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So, or like a grammar test. How much do you remember?
You're right or you're wrong.
Yeah. So
at least again for a grammar test, there are applications to that. Well, it could just be like, write me a paragraph, and then they just point out all of like where you write bad.
Like people have to point out that fucking spelling is a fucking, like I can't spell worth the shit. I mean, you know, I text you all the time. I can't spell.
I don't even know because of that. I know from all the times you ask me how to spell things.
Yeah, I'm just not good at spelling. That just doesn't make me stupid.
No.
There's plenty of smart people in the world that also don't know spelling. So I blame the English language, first off.
Yeah. Like all languages, it's they need I was gonna say a stat squish. It's like they're just piling rules on top of each other.
They do. Need a stat squish. And whoever came up with the where, and there, and all the others.
Read, red.
Yeah, that guy. That dude needs to get stabbed.
That guy especially. The fact that read and red are the same fucking word pisses me off.
Yeah, and you could have a sentence with that word in it 6 different times, and each one of them be pronounced and read and mean different things.
You know, people aren't more educated today, and the school needs to lessen how many core necessary subjects there are and allow kids to take more electives.
Yeah.
Let kids find their passion more, give them the freedom, because even when we had electives in school, we still had to like pick under certain criteria. Like one of them had to be an artistic elective, one of them had to be like a scientific elective. No, just
I hated that.
Teach them math the whole time. Because math is the fundamental building block of everything. And if we ever encounter aliens, math will be the same for them. This is just general knowledge people should have.
The symbols will be different, and that's it.
Teach history. Maybe not even for the entire fucking time you're in school.
People need to learn history.
They do need to learn history.
Way better than they do.
Science is not necessary. Every science should be elective. There was not one science course, besides maybe biology, where I sat there and felt like I needed to learn this. They're all interesting.
It's funny that you say that because of all of the science classes, biology is the one that my worst grade I've ever gotten.
I think it's probably one of my worst sciences.
I don't know how I passed that class.
I think people should know how living works.
Yeah, because I remember my first quarter grade was in the 30 percentile. So it was an F minus minus minus. Like out of 100, 90 to 100 is an A, 80 to 90 is a B. I was in the 30 to 40 range in my first quarter. Ooh. In the second quarter, I was 20-something.
Ooh.
And then I got a B the next 2 quarters. And somehow, 2 Bs counteracted that low-ass score to get that as a passing average for the year. And I'm like, I'm not going to argue that math because that math is not mathing. That means that I should have got an F for the class. But I don't want to take another science course, so I'll take it. Like, I didn't even do that bad in chemistry.
I did pretty bad in chemistry because I refused to do those little journals that you have to do in chemistry. And that just tanked my whole grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My problem was I never did homework or school projects anyway. So if I did bad during the class on like tests and stuff, my grade was bad.
That carried me through most of high school, was not doing bad on my tests because I didn't do any fucking homework post sophomore year.
Yeah, I don't think I did homework since like 7th grade.
I feel you, man.
I was like, yeah, this is bullshit. They don't even give homework out apparently now. Well, first off, you can't fail at all.
Excuse me.
You can't fail out of school.
Yeah.
Here in Rhode Island, I don't know about the
I dropped
whole country.
out.
Well, you wouldn't have needed to. You could fucking,
I failed to make up my credit in night school, so I was like so behind, and night school isn't free, so I dropped out. Got my GED.
That whole no kid left behind thing.
Yeah. It's
a problem, and both my 2 oldest nephews are both examples of that problem. They know that they're not going to fail and get left behind, so they don't do the work and don't put in any effort. They're not motivated or incentivized to do the work.
There's no fear.
So all these kids are getting straight Fs through all the class and then still moving on to the next year and moving on to the next year. And you get all Fs through everything you did through all of high school, and then you get a diploma, and you're thrown into the real world, and you fucked off all of high school. And now
suddenly you can't do 3 times 3 times 3.
Yeah. And then you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a problem. So I think that teachers need to be given yardsticks again and smacks kids.
Teachers need to be given money. That's what teachers need to be given.
Yeah. The whole education system in general
needs enough people.
Needs more money.
Needs a loosh. Destroy it all and build it up in its ashes.
Yeah. That would that'd be hilarious. I would put Lelouch in charge of education system.
But now for some manga.
Some manga. Well, before that, real quick, have you... Probably the answer is no, but this past week, have you watched anything new in anime-wise other than, I assume, it'll be Dandadan?
No.
Okay.
Just Dandadan.
Okay. Then manga!
Though next month is Beastars.
Yes,
I think it's December 5th.
Dropping the whole season, or?
I think half. Actually, it might even be weekly. I'm not even sure.
Well, I still haven't seen season 2.
Yay! But manga!
Manga! Yes. Got a few bangers.
Yeah. A lot of bangers.
And a disappointing. In my book. Not actually disappointing, but in my book.
I have one that's a little... what you doing, bro? For one of them.
What's the what you doing?
Chainsaw Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, why you got to tease me like that? And just to show me that it's actually just something that he was dreaming about.
It's just a weird chapter in general. Someone on Twitter put it really nicely where it's like, Bareem just force-fed you your sister. But, yeah, bro, you can keep smiling as long as there's grubbing girls.
What was that devil? You still don't know what devil he threw up, do we?
No, I don't think we do. And they didn't seem to care either. Just all around weird one.
Yeah, Chainsaw Man's been weird, but at the same time still good and enjoyable. But it's just like, I don't know, it's just like he lays down threads of something. You're like, oh, this could be hype. And then it just goes 180s with like fucking Yoro's still trying to make out with fucking Denji. So it's like, what is going on?
And like,
I think
Denji doing this weird teetering back and forth of like actually being introspective and then like, damn, boner, bro.
I think
you gave me a boner again.
I think Fujimoto just really wants to draw a doujinshi of Asa and Denji.
He's like, where can I get too weird for this? Where's the moment? Not yet. Not yet.
Shonen hasn't turned me off yet. Literally let me jerk my character off and come into her hand and show the cum. But
I'd love to be a fly on the wall of like the editor conversations with his editors and shit.
So this week,
He's gonna get jacked off.
He's gonna get jacked off. And get this.
And we're gonna do a little Evangelion reference. Are you ready for this? They're gonna look at the cum on the hand.
Jeez. I was really hopeful they would do something in this world with fucking Power and Aki. I thought that would be cool, but just to be like, no, he was just thinking about them randomly.
What about Reze? Who he also thought about randomly.
Yeah, and didn't show her face.
Yeah, just like, well, some of it.
Yeah, well,
but yeah.
Her mouth.
Naruto and the dogs is the part where it's literally like, kind of like, ow, man.
Yeah. Denji's literally like...
He barfed them up to make me remember.
What shonen characters suffered more than Denji at this point?
None.
Off the top of my head, no. Can't think of one.
Just like not even Eren at this point. Not really.
Did Eren really suffer that much though?
Yeah, I know.
The only two people he cared about in the show lived.
Well, part of the suffering is seeing all the timeline shit too,
yeah.
But that's not as suffering as actual suffering.
Yeah. That's more of like a mental trauma of having to view something. This is... But at the same time, he still had the two people he cared most about, Armin and Mikasa. Oh, but did you see the Goth Mikasa?
No, I didn't.
The movie version release of the thing we talked about, Attack on Titan final episode, a final season of the final release or whatever, the one that
they're doing a re-release of it.
They released it in theaters. The last episode thing that they did. Yeah, they released it as a movie in theaters like a few weeks ago. But then they added another like post-end scene or whatever.
Of course they did.
And
so that there's a reason to go.
Yeah. And it was a Goth Mikasa.
Oh, I didn't see.
I'm gonna show you.
I actually didn't even know they did any of this. I still haven't even finished the base series.
See?
Oh, that's pretty great, though.
It is.
That is great.
The internet was loving it.
She looks like the doctor from Persona 5.
She does. And I'm like, here for it.
Of course.
Yeah, they were at some movie or watching a movie, see, because Armin was there, too. Eren was with them.
Armin didn't get to glow up.
No. I'm trying to find just a picture of the three of them, but there it is. Armin got glow down.
So did Eren. What the fuck?
Yeah, Eren just looks
frumpy.
Yeah, he just looks normal, just wearing a button-up t-shirt.
And frumpy ass hair.
Yeah. Well, that picture, I mean, see, he just looks younger. That's all.
Frumpy ass hair.
Well, he's always had frumpy ass hair.
No, he had hot hair for like a week.
Yeah. When he throws the jacket on and that.
Yeah, and his hair's all done up like that. He looked real good.
Yeah, you're right.
He had me back for like a whole 10 minutes.
Long hair Aaron. Mappa Aaron. But that's more Wit Studios Aaron.
Yeah.
Just, I guess, yeah, frumpier.
Frumpier. I'm used to hot Aaron now. I can't go back.
Yeah. It's all good. It's whatever.
Someday I'll finish Attack on Titan.
Someday.
Maybe.
I don't have high hopes.
I wouldn't if I were you.
I feel you were close-ish. You just didn't watch any of the hour.
No, the rumbling started.
Yeah. So you're not that far off. I mean, you could probably do it in a few sit-ins.
It's just the will.
Did you say, just hold a side note, just something else that you would watch, but did you say that Golden Kamuy is coming back for another season or something?
Yeah, there should be one more season coming. The final season.
The final season is always so sad because you're like, damn, now I'm not going to get any more of this beauty.
And there's a lot to tie up, too. I'm really wondering how they're going to pull that one off.
I just mean, in general, just, things ending. Every manga that ended this year sucked ass for its ending.
Yeah.
My Hero Academia ending sucked. Fans did not like that. JJK, nobody liked that. Oshinoko.
Some people liked that.
Oshinoko.
To be fair.
Oshinoko ended today.
Uh-oh.
Nobody liked that.
Nobody liked that?
Nobody liked that.
Did it do the thing?
No.
Oh, okay, good.
It did a thing that ends everybody's story. All the side characters ends all their stories with being unfulfilled.
Gross.
Do you care if I tell you you haven't even watched it?
No, I haven't.
Aqua dies.
Oh.
The brother.
It's better than what I thought you were going to say.
Yeah. So, Ruby's, the sister is obviously sad about that, but then the two, side girls, one of them never got to confess her feelings to Aqua, and then the other one never got to, her whole purpose in the thing was to protect and help him. And it's I don't know the full details of what exactly happened, but it seems like he got his revenge and he killed the dude that killed his mom, but then, in the process, they both died, drowned or something, I think. And just, I don't know, I've been reading comment sections and just nobody's happy about it. Not one person.
Shit, I forgot their name. The author.
Of Oshinoko?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Same one as
It's
Love
Aka something.
Yes. Pretty sure.
Oshinoko.
Yeah, just type
There's some sort of news. It makes a lot of sense now. There's already starting another manga. Is the news.
Oh, well, we knew he was starting one. He's co-writing one with somebody.
Here it is. This is why I remember this news. It's because Akasaka will start a new manga series with art by the author of Record of Ragnarok.
Oh.
So also, does that mean Record of Ragnarok is ending soon?
Well, because...
But that's going to be a banger, bro. It's going to be a banger.
Which kind of sucks, too, because from my understanding, everybody likes how Kaguya-sama ends. I don't know exactly the ending. I know some things.
Yeah, but I've never heard
together,
a single person shit talk it, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
but I swear he was already... There was another manga he was working on with somebody. It had a weird premise to it.
Well, mind you, if the...
What's his name again? Aka what?
Akasaka. Or Aras... Oh my god, fuck, I already don't remember.
This? Is that
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Well, mind you, if they're only doing the story work, it's not going to take as much time as like doing the art.
How is the art of that girl the same one as fucking Wreck-It Ragnarok, though?
I know.
That doesn't look like... With the hand puppet thing. Renee Daiko. See? Because there it is. This
Yeah,
is
in contrast.
Yeah, see, in contrast here, too.
Yeah, I know. That was the picture that was on the post.
But, okay, we'll see what happens. See, because then this looks totally different, too, because then...
Motherfucking Hercules.
whatever, Oshinoko died for this. Because the art on this does not look like...
It looks like an isekai.
It does look like a no-named isekai, whatever this is, but then it also looks nothing like whatever this is. The first picture I showed you with the blonde girl and the white Pikachu knockoff fox hand puppet thing.
God, I need to catch up in Ragnarok.
Comes out in spring of 2025.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this shit's ending. That's for sure.
What's that?
Record of Ragnarok. If they're going to be doing the whole art for a whole new series, there's no way. There's no way they're doing both. I guess it has been like more than a year since I read any.
Who's the artist for Record of Ragnarok?
Go back to the post.
'Cause-
Aji Chika.
Okay, yeah, see, so this is some the Renee Daiko one, this one with the blonde girl is a Japanese manga series written by Aka Akasa and illustrated by Nishizawa 5mm.
It's just busting out stories.
Oh, it got axed in June 13th.
What did that?
The Renee Daiko
Oh,
was set
damn.
to end in June 13th. Obviously, people on this are all butthurt about it because they're the fans of the show, but well, okay, whatever. Akasha just fucking. Well, from what I heard in the fan base anyway over the last couple of months is that they were feeling that he was done with the series and was ready to just wrap it up, and then he announced, just like JJK did, it's going to end in 3 chapters.
So long, farewell, Evita saying goodbye.
Literally. So, it's up for. I'm still gonna stick with Oshinoko because I think the anime is really good.
Yeah.
So maybe I just stick with just the anime and not do it because end of season 2 anime, I really wanted to keep going in the story and read the manga, but maybe I just stick it out for the anime, like I'm doing with Vinland Saga. Who knows? We'll see.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Slapsolutely.
Absolutely.
But anyway, now that we got the one we're slightly disappointed in out of the way, which
I guess we should just move up the thermometer and just move based on opinion. So Astrobaby next.
I was disliking Astrobaby, then I liked Astrobaby again, and then I disliked it at the end.
I liked it.
Well, so I didn't like. Again, I
didn't like the live streaming shit. That's for sure.
That was just weird.
I hate that.
Yeah, but so what I got out of the beginning was like, whatever, the live stream is bullshit, whatever. I didn't like because I don't like when authors hamstring the MC into doing a specific task by making them blackmailed by a character. Like, having a side character force the MC into doing something.
I think it can be done well, but I see what you're saying.
So I didn't like how it was being like this. And I was sitting there and be like, yo, Billy barely knows these people.
Yeah.
Why is he doing it? And then just for Abby to turn it around on them and be like, no, bitches. I'll do it my way. And you're going to be my pawns. I was like, yes, Abby.
In like the cutest way. possible, too. He's like holding his toes when he speaks up.
Yeah. He's like, listen here, you bitches. I'm a baby, and I'm talking, and I'm going to do things my way, motherfucker.
I have a couple different dislikes. First, I hate when authors retroactively ruin their last cliffhanger. Last cliffhanger, they blow up the tunnel, be like, I know your baby's a Cooper, and they're dragging them off. We start off this one, their live stream, and then she's just like, doesn't even mention the baby being a Cooper for like 5 to 10 fucking pages.
Yeah, I completely
It's just like, you're going to do this thing for us.
And Billy's like, I don't care if Abby's a Cooper. I was like, oh shit,
Yeah,
that's
he
right. They
brought
know
it
that.
up.
I was
Yeah.
like, that's right. They know about this.
So it almost felt like at odds with the way the last chapter left off. And then secondly, you want him to infiltrate the army, the organization he's already in. He would have already done all these things they're asking him to do naturally, just by being a part of the army. He also wants to find this thing. He's already a part of the army. Mm-hmm. It's literally like they took him off to the side and be like, hey, this is a quest, yo. Now get back to
Basically.
Until the second half of the chapter, at least.
And then whatever, like, I didn't like the end when the
dudes.
The douchebag comes in. But it seems like he kicks the door down or whatever.
He's the part where I'm like, okay, now there's a little switch up at least. At least we're not just here to get our marching orders that we would have already done. Like, if that tunnel didn't collapse, he'd be in the army like his goal is now.
Yeah.
Looking for this thing. Because Abby will care about it. Even if Billy's not looking for it specifically, Abby will be looking for it. So, like, it really just felt like we got sidetracked to tell the audience that it's an explicit goal.
Yeah. I don't like that whatever his blood is seems to be, like, a counter. Because, look, he's just bleeding, and then...
I have a guess. I actually have a guess.
What do you guess?
I bet his blood is iron rich. Because their organisms strip mine organisms of the iron. That's why they're attracted to eating humans, to eat them as a source of iron. So I bet because his blood is iron rich, it naturally attracted Abby down to it. That's a guess, though.
But it looks more like he's getting forced onto the ground.
He is, but it also looks like it hit the ground, not a person. So I think he was attracted to the iron in the blood.
Oh, okay.
And that pulled him down, which pulled Billy down because he's holding Abby. But that's a guess.
Well, we'll find out.
It does add context to the last time where because I noticed last time when the monster went into the grate, he did try flinging like blood or the book. It looked like a booger at the time, but I guess it was blood at it. And it didn't. I thought he was flinging part of the monster back to like the main body. That's how confused I was by it. I wonder if it still worked now, though. Like, did it hit the grate and then drip, and then that thing's like, blah.
Right. This thing, I must grab it.
Because Abby even seems to know what's up. I hope it's something like that. The way he says, is he? Makes me scared. It's like, is he a special bloodline? I hope it's that, or maybe it's the type of blood. Like, is he O negative? Boom.
AB positive?
This part, that's just so fucking cheesy. There'll be no hasta la vista for you, baby. God, did Abby fall through the floor? Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, huh? Look at that.
Damn.
That's what I'm saying. It's like almost like he got like
It did actually seem like
gravity welds down.
That's a bit too much force for my thought. But yeah. Astrobaby.
Astrobaby, yes.
What's next? Dandadan?
Wild Strawberry from last week.
Oh, yeah, that would be next.
Because I read that today.
That was a way to end the fight. That was
I didn't like it.
a chapter I didn't either. I thought it was very cheap.
Yeah.
Once again, I don't like invalidating the last cliffhanger. I remember 2 weeks ago where he blasted it like this, and it just feels like wasting my time to have it get back up for Makoto's will to come out and kill it.
I would have been okay if it got back up and Kingu's still on the ground, if the other girl finally decided to join the fight instead, not to have Makoto's ghost come out of the fucking back of it and start punching him.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? Why is this other girl not doing anything? Again, like we discussed, she has more of a connection to Makoto because she was with him longer.
I would have rather him just standing over Makoto and resonating, like, and just, like, thinking about him rather than...
And then we're getting this weird flashback that somehow Kingu is seeing. And I can already tell both of these two cadets are going to die because we don't know who the fuck they are.
Now that you mention it, it almost seems like our next chapter is going to go into more of it, too.
100%. Because it doesn't resolve anything there. It ends with him being like, I want you to make these things better soldiers than even you.
And they're going to die. Yeah, that sucks, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Boo.
If anything, that should have been the
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing, too.
But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's ruining anything.
No,
it's
but
just, it was
I'm not
a bad
accepted
chapter.
for next chapter either, too.
No. I think that the girl, I forget her name, but she should just
Yeah.
go figure.
Should have given her some time to shine.
Yeah. Or the other dude that's with her. Someone came up to her.
You know, it's just kind of weird to, like, steal Kingu's thunder for no reason. To get, like, another character moment with Makoto that kind of just felt ham-fisted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No bueno.
Dandadan.
Dun 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 dun.
Where we finally get some answers about, I guess, Goth Girl. I forgot her name already.
Sensei. The doctor.
Oh, Sensei, too. Queen Sensei.
Mm. She's basically trying to figure out who's in the right or wrong here.
I just sent you the meme. I'll send it later.
There's a meme of that.
Yeah.
What was the context? Just
It was that meme of Okurin ripping Gigi off of Momo.
oh, she
good.
She good, brah.
It was like, this is a really nice page, but all I can think about is that meme.
I like that when she figures it out. I didn't see it come. I literally laughed out loud when the doctor bitch slaps the fuck out of this girl.
I'm sorry. Boom.
You little shit.
I like how fast she just cleans up too.
Yeah, right. She just combed her hair back.
And then boom.
Just sitting there with all the pygmies behind her.
Just offering up all the answers. Again, she looks so much better now. All
Yeah.
cleaned up. All the answers except who did it.
Oh, come on. We know who it was.
Oh, yeah, of course. I just can't remember his face,
I just
though.
can't remember either. It's just a blurred black silhouette.
I do like the setup, though, now. So now they gotta play, like, who did it with all the teachers.
I feel like Okurin should know something, especially with how they focus on him in the last panel.
Well, I feel like
'cause he
they should have at least panned to him not being able to remember, too, because he was there with Zuma. So if Zuma doesn't remember, it'd be just as believable that Okurin would have a gap of someone being there.
Well, because he should know the knife, because the little thing is what Saint Germain had and tried using on Okurin.
Yeah, but he didn't take it out. Yeah.
I didn't see it. He kept it in his hand.
So, but I still think he should also have a weird gap like that if Zuma did.
Maybe. But again, weird shit's happening with Okurin right now, so
True.
who knows? He might be immune to certain things for the moment. Because he's still kind of, sort of possessing Turbo Granny's powers, but
Sorta.
not really. Like, he can still go into empty space, he can still see things.
I also think it's worth noting once again, we still don't know anything about Okurin's parents.
Or, yeah.
Yeah, anything at all. If they exist at all.
Because I feel like all the other side, well, with each introduction of all the other characters, we got a pretty fleshed out story of them, and watching Momo's entire story. Her grandmother's right there. We know her story. You're right. We know nothing about Orkron's story outside of his relationships with these characters.
Yeah, and that he was bullied and wanted alien friends.
Because he was bullied.
Yeah.
So he just wanted a friend. But yeah, we know nothing of his living thing. Like, we saw Gigi's living situation, and I just don't remember what they said about his parents. Or
we don't know Iris either. I mean, no one really gets their parents besides Momo with her grandmother, at least.
Yeah.
But it still just comes into question to me.
Well, with Ira, we get that she got her mother.
She lost her mother, didn't she?
Yeah. Because that's why she thought the ghost was her mom.
Yeah.
And then with Gigi, we get... I feel like
they
we
said
mentioned
something
about his family because he was living by himself there for some reason. This mentioned it. And then with class president, we get her whole backstory.
Yeah.
With that girl. And
we saw her have parents, at least.
I don't think Kenta's an important enough character to know his entire story.
I agree.
And we've seen literally everything of Alma's life from when she was a baby, basically, until
we've
now.
seen Zuma's living situation, so it's really... So it's just interesting.
That we know more of the side character's life story than we do the main character.
Yeah.
Or one of the two main characters.
My brain did it too. It was like a main character.
I would say Okran and Momo being that.
Yeah.
Because I would say
the rest are like shonen party.
Yeah. Basically.
I find it interesting.
Very. We'll see. We'll see if Okran does put two and two together, because like they said, the stealing of the powers, but they didn't specify how. Maybe if they do with the whole, you have to get superiority or intellectual superiority or something, might tie into whatever he heard from Saint Germain, and he heard it somewhere else too, right? Or no?
The girl said it too. Said it to Momo, and Momo told everyone.
Right.
I forgot what the exact code word was again.
So, I don't know. Good stuff, though. Saint Germain fucking laying down the threads of descent.
Yes.
It's not working for you right now, though, bud.
Well, it's working for as long as they don't figure out it's him. Though I'm worried of that day, because who knows how many powers that man fucking has built up.
Potentially a lot.
Even just dealing with Fairy Tail card again is going to be a problem.
Well, we saw he had like a utility belt of a bunch of them on it, so he's got probably at least 10. Excuse me.
But I do wonder how many are full, because some of them he might still need to like...
Yeah, it could be just spares. Like, oh, I found a new power, let me steal that.
And even just the Fairy Tail card, it's like, yes, let's fight. All of you don't have eyes anymore.
Yeah, he's going to be a problem. And then what was that? The giant, was it like the Buddha door or the wheel or something when they're talking about at the end of the last arc?
Dandadan.
Oh, yeah, what is the Dandadan or whatever? And it's that huge, like, I don't even know what the fuck to call it, the sphere that had all that intricate artwork on it. Yeah. That means nothing to me, but knows that it means something. Plus, with Turbo Granny gassing Saint Germain up the first time he's mentioned.
Yeah, I'm very interested what she's up to.
I think she'll be back.
Of course she'll be back. But next...
Kaiju! Finally got some answers.
Yeah, this was quite the chapter.
Yes. Got some answers on how the fucking samurai of old dealt with kaiju. They used kaiju weapons. Just not as enhanced.
Just not as technologically advanced. Yeah. Apparently even more demanding. Like stamina and physically. Mm-hmm. It was them talking about how they were able to face everything until monster of current and old era. What the fuck I call it? The apocalypse.
Yeah. Shit, was it? was I reading? I don't know if it was Kaiju number 8 or not, but I was reading something this week, and then I got to a certain point, and I heard someone say something. I was like, oh, so that means you're all dead. Yeah, because that happens in Kaiju right here.
Yeah.
They end up all just fucking dying, overconfidence. And then next thing you know, boom. All death, and then they all fucking... I like that page.
Mm-hmm. The shame.
They all form into...
The insect thing.
The insect from fucking chapter 1 that goes inside Kafka to give him the kaiju powers.
Makes me wonder if a similar process happens for other kaiju. Because, I mean, this thing they were fighting is clearly an amalgamation of multiple organisms.
Yeah, well, because it's
got like 1 billion eyes, fucking 6
What if it's
arms.
literally the same thing that they're fighting currently? That Narumi and...
Then there will never not be a kaiju problem.
Unless you kill that thing.
Unless you sustain world peace. Because for as long as there is war, there will be kaiju then.
Again, I still think they can shut it off. They know that there's a portal in the Pacific Ocean, and I feel like they can get that.
Now I wonder, because again, if all of your enemies in any war form into a kaiju of their bitterness and hatred, then you'd have to stop killing people.
Yeah.
And people are very bad at not killing each other.
Yeah, that's one thing that the human race is really good at.
Yeah.
Killing each other.
So very interesting.
Hyper unfortunate, but...
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, top banger of the week, besides our extra reading, which is probably actually the top bangers of the week.
Kagurabachi, man.
Bruh. I opened Twitter, and the entire fan base is like, a rat! He's a rat! No, Samura! They're quote tweeting themselves, being like, yo, Samura's gas, being like, if only I knew, ... and shit like that. Like, my whole feed was Samura copes of different kinds. And
well, I'm still hopeful that maybe he's not, but it is more looking like Samura might have been their trump card the whole time that they're talking about.
Well, now I hope it is their trump card, because I'd hate to see them have another thing up their sleeve beyond this. Because Uraha's dead. By all the rules they've laid out, he's dead. He lost his sorcery wielding the sword. He formed a new contract with it.
Yes, but also, the Shinuichi dude didn't. What?
They couldn't even pull out the sword.
He was able to, though, but then he lost his ability to use the Warhouse, but Shinuichi guy was still alive.
He didn't even pull out the whole blade, though.
Yeah, well, he hasn't yet either.
No. Just more of it than that guy did, though.
Which is bullshit, because he has no fucking arms. And he's not even holding it by his feet.
That's also mean with the warehouse, though. Like, he at least had the warehouse up for a little bit longer. Like, this... fucking gone.
So... I know it's not going to happen, but I would just love it if Chihiro kills this guy.
That's definitely not going to happen.
Because they already seem to be, like, planning it out, so this guy's going to be around for a while based on the gas he was given from Yura?
Yeah, Yura.
And
John Hishaku.
Yeah. And I'm like, but... okay, you got an enchanted blade you've never used before. So first off, how do you know its abilities? Probably because they studied all that shit.
I was about to say, I bet they know, though. The way Yura's specifically like Shinobuchi's mine.
But either way, okay, you get this fucking sword. You haven't ever used it before. You have no training with it, and you have no arms. So how is he gonna fight this?
That last part's pretty fucking important. No, I expect him to just get away. He definitely shouldn't win here.
No, so he's probably just going to send those two, whatever those, like, ink
show off what it is.
Yeah, they're gonna attack and keep Chihiro busy, and he's gonna flee. But maybe not, because his whole thing is he wants to fight Chihiro with the sword.
Yeah, but I'm sure they're going to be like, calm down, boy.
He's alone here, though.
Yeah, but how unbelievable would it be for John Hishaku to roll up and just put his hand on his shoulder?
True. He's not Mr. Shiba, though.
He's not Mr. Shiba, but we also don't know how far he was to begin with. He's just playing at like a kid's playground right now.
Yeah, being a weirdo.
He could literally be up the street from here. He's definitely going to get away, though, because they're not just going to give Chihiro this enchanted blade. Like, as an author.
Not yet. I think it's going to be a point that he's going to track this guy down to get it back from him for Uraha's sake. But here's my thing, though. It's
What a way in a single chapter to dismantle everything I thought would happen.
Yeah.
Every single thing I thought.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. This could be a one chapter, like, throwing us off, thinking that let's make everyone think Samura killed Uraha, instead of being like it might have been the other guy using whatever the trump card was, and
true, because
Uraha just got...
Because Tree Guy did kind of fuck off here.
He did. He wanted none of the smoke as soon as he
I wonder if I'm in trouble now.
Because my thing, right, is if Samura was working with the Hishaku, his first objective should have been to just kill Hakuri, who was standing in front of him, and Samura and the other person. Not immediately jump back into the temple and kill like 12 of the Hishaku dudes.
I was about to have like a counterpoint, but it doesn't really work when Hishaku has the blades. Like, they could have sent Samura his blade way earlier. Like, I was like, well, keep Hakuri alive to get the sword to Samura. But if he's working with Hishaku, that sword could have been in his hand at any fucking moment. Hat Guy could have brought it with him. Because you can still carry the fucking things, you just can't use them.
Because I don't know if, Hishaku's going to put it together at this point. But I don't think as it stands, anyone outside of where Samura and Hakuri is know what Hakuri just did.
No.
The only possible person that could... Well, because we saw one sword being carried by the doves. The birds.
Well, they had both.
They had both?
They had both.
By the cranes?
Yep.
Oh, okay. So he might know. He might have realized, oh shit, one of the swords just disappeared. What the fuck happened?
Yes. Hirohiko? I don't know why I remember his name. Yeah. Armless Man.
Armless Man. So Armless Man probably realized, oh, wait a minute, one of the swords just literally vanished from my... Because I would assume his...
Yeah, and he'd probably know exactly which of the two, because he was able to direct soldiers accurately to attack at specific points from a theater up the street. So he definitely has some sort of sense around the paper. Oh, that makes me so sad. I took so many Centuria screenshots.
I didn't take any of those. I
took so many.
There was one I really wanted to, but it was after I closed the chapter. I was like, no, shit.
That's why I was like, I have to.
Because I was reading it, and I was just blasting through Centuria, because I was like, this is so good. I didn't stop to take screenshots.
I took so many.
I should have went back. But yeah.
Shit.
Got a religious zealot visiting town.
Yes. But you know what? Yeah, let's just go to Centuria. I'll hit more Kagurabachi next week when we get some fucking answers. Centuria's a fucking bang. Yes. Prophetess comes into town, starts interviewing everybody one by one. After last chapter we read, she had said, once I see it, I'll fucking know who it is in my vision. So she goes to the farmer, she goes to the arrow dude, and then Julian's just walking up the hallway, which she's like, something doesn't feel right. It's choking in here. It's like, oh, the darkness. And then,
aura.
Even before he opens the door,
the black coming through.
As water under the fucking door.
But then it's a red herring, though, because they're like, no, it's the baby.
I know, that was like, oh no.
Did you notice that deer was right there?
I did notice the deer. I did.
Because you can see
the deer/goat thing.
Jillian was all monster-like in that screen. That was the one I wanted to take a screenshot of. So Julian looking all
I took a
evil.
screenshot of that sideways, so I had both.
See, because I want to know what the baby looked like. Does the baby look normal in that panel?
No, the specifically everything with eyes have like white, like ping, like almost like a star, like peeking through the darkness.
Yeah.
Him, Diana's, and the goat's eyes are like that.
The stars.
Yeah, they have like white peering through the black. Yeah. That page so sick.
It was.
All the Kraken tentacles coming out around Julian. That also makes me wonder, because it's showing his patron, the Kraken thing. Is the goat already connected to Diana in some way?
Maybe.
That's where my brain kind of goes with it. And goat is very often synonymous with fucking Satan and devil worship. So it's like, kind of would fit that angle they're going with Diana. And I love the way it's revealed like that too. It's like, it's you monster, you. And Ogval's like, no, Julian's the best, yo. And the priest is even like, what the fuck are you talking about? I mean the baby.
Total fucking flip on the head. I did not expect that at all.
I took a picture of the vision she shows Angval.
Yeah, and it literally looked like an older Julian. Not Julian.
Yeah.
The baby.
Older Diana.
Yeah, Diana.
Who had legions on her side. It's like burning bodies and stuff.
But I'm looking at that. It's like, that could be
righteous in some way.
Yeah, it could be misinterpreted.
It could be revenge for the things you're about to put her through.
Or revenge for something you're about to try and do to Julian.
Yeah. Because this could be a self-fulfilling future.
Or the fact that maybe this king is still evil because he's still super sus to me, even though he did some really nice things these
It's
chapters.
Incredible how sus they make him look in those flashbacks. Constantly overcasting his full face, besides that one eye that has a bunch of like pain-ass circles in it.
Yeah, and I'm like, bro.
Even when he's facing the light source, they still straighten all that shit out.
Like the obviously evil look is like strong with this one.
That's what I mean. This could be self-fulfilling. You see this woman like killing your king.
It's a fucking baby too.
Yeah, and you're gonna start beating up its dad and shit. Like
you could raise the baby in any environment and have its events in its life be drastically different depending on which environment you raise it in. If you're gonna hunt the baby down forever for just existing, yeah, she's gonna fucking hate you.
And it's gonna be justified.
Fucking wild. And then Angville being ordered to kill the baby. She's like, what are you talking about? I love how she puts her helmet on to hide like her tears
and
basically.
her emotions in general. I loved her whole internal monologue when it got around, like when it finally started giving it to us, where she's just like, I know you're not fucking evil. I know the baby's not fucking evil.
So just kill me now and run away.
Oh, the look on her face when you page flip to her saying, just kill me and run. Oh. I thought he was going to. And then just like, nope, I won't use my power to hurt my family. Oh. But I think the most powerful like picture of the whole string of chapters is like, I think the last screenshot I took is the line the knight made, being like, if any villager crosses this line, I will fucking decimate you. And then the villagers all across that line, I took a screenshot of the picture of the line with all of the foot treads through it from all the villagers coming to Julian's side. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, it's such a good shot. Them trampling all over that fucking bullshit.
All the footprints and shit on it, yeah.
And seeing TT in the crowd too, walking and just like solemnly, but like, oh, it's just such a good shot. I wish I could look at the screenshots I took. Actually, I lied. It wasn't the last screenshot I took, because I also took a screenshot of the spread of the villagers actually saying, like, we're not letting you do this.
I like the face, I don't know her name, the other mother that's in the crowd, the first person,
yeah, I don't know her name either. Yeah. Joseph's wife. I remember it's Joseph. Yeah.
It's funny, too, because the fucking manga that has all the English names in it, I still can't fucking remember names.
Well, I don't think they said her name, to be fair.
Well, no, because I didn't remember Joseph's name either until you just
said it. I just specifically remember being like, "You saved my husband, Joseph." That
Well, because you
picture.
could tell on her face that she was not okay with what was happening, because it shows her face for a few different shots on panels before she looks at Joseph and says, "I'm sorry," and he just knows immediately what she's about to do, and both of them together walk over that line.
That's, I mean, that whole thing's so powerful.
And then Joseph's father, the arrow guy, right over that line, and then just everyone just tramples that fucking line, puts themselves between them and the knights, and be like, "Nah, bitches."
No, that's a good man. You're right there. Like,
you ain't harming a baby. That's like the most vile thing you could do. Is from out of fear, fucking try and kill a baby.
Yeah.
Like
a baby that was still all happy and reaching out to Julian as he was literally like human shielding it from Angval.
Yeah.
Getting his fucking ass beat. And then to end the chapter off with the priestess being like, "All right then, soldiers, kill them all." And she even said, "I'm going to have to wipe this village off the face of the map."
Yeah, she's obviously not a good person.
No. And Angval knew it too. Even in that eternal monologue, she's like, no, she is completely devoted. Even her own soldiers called her a fanatic.
Yeah, I saw that too. I was like, Jesus. But fucking, this ain't gonna end well.
No. And that guy's coming too. That guy's on his way.
That's what I was leading to.
The one that's looking for a plaything. No, it's gonna end real bad.
Yeah, I don't think this village, because that's where I got the death vibes from. The beginning of the chapters when I first started reading, and before Julian goes in to talk to the priestess, and he's just like, "This place is peaceful. I like this. This peace will last forever." I was like, "Oh, buddy, you just said the wrong thing in the shonen, not shonen, but in a manga."
One of the openings that really hit me was Chi-Chi setting up the dinner, and the little blurb on this side is like, "A table set for 4, but will their smiles remain?" It's like, god damn, dude. Shit, man.
Some people about to die.
Yeah, it's gonna be real bad.
It's gonna be very, very bad.
I kind of want Bogai to live. I want all of them to live. Let's be clear. They're all fantastic, but...
Well, specifically, it would be because we want some kind of party for Jillian.
I know.
So keep Joseph's family and Anvil and her surrogate daughter alive, and then the rest of the village can die, and that gives them reason to leave the village, because he can't stay here forever. The story would go nowhere. So
I'm going to make a bold prediction. This is somehow going to end with him in service to the king. In some way, in some form.
I really hope not. That's like, I feel like that's way too cliche of a thing that's happened. And
I think that's why. I think that's why my bold prediction.
I know.
Somehow the fight with Water Dude's going to end with him being, with somebody being like, "Wow, you could kill a fuckload of people for us. So you either do that or we kill that baby."
Yeah, that'd be wild.
I can tell you right now, I'm probably going to read like 5 Centuria for next week.
We're getting close though. Isn't only like 30 chapters out, and we're in teens now.
Yeah.
So we're going to start catching up, and it's going to be brutal. You're going to be so sad
I'm
when
fine
we're
with that.
weekly.
It's the most consistently big chapters. These are still 24 pages. But yeah, I will be a little sad. But at least it's weekly, not bi-weekly.
True. Add it to the Kagurabachi gas.
Yeah. This shit's gonna get an anime eventually. It's just guaranteed. Look at this fucking source material. No, I guess really quick because it's really time to wrap. But did you see the new Sakamoto trailer?
No.
Well, there's a new Sakamoto trailer.
I will watch that.
Some people are kind of down on it. I'm
Is
actually
it
kind of not.
PowerPointy?
Not in the like Record of Ragnarok level, but in like an old school, not the biggest budget anime kind of way. Which is in a way, when I saw it, I said I could live with this for sure. But it's certainly not doing like Mappa shit with Sakamoto.
Who's doing it again?
I don't know.
Let's see. Sakamoto Days. Anime. Production? Yeah, let's do that. Production. TMS Entertainment.
Yeah, we would have
Detective
them.
Conan, Fruit Spastic, and Dr. Stone.
That's about right. Is that about a Dr. Stone level of movement? Where it's like, this doesn't look bad, but it's also not like pushing anything.
Right. Well, as long as it's not fucking Blue Lock.
No.
In
my opinion, no.
I do have hopes for Blue Lock Season 3. Because Blue Lock is way too popular of manga at this point for the backlash of the anime to not be seen.
I sure hope so.
I know, but it's just...
They'll just chew through my favorite arcs before fixing the problem. That's all.
I know, I'm sorry.
I know, it's heartbreaking. I'm hoping they really drag out this match so that my favorite match can somehow get some budget. I saw the worst 10 seconds of anime. And I feel like I say that new every week now. Last time it was the thing falling down the hole from Uzumaki, where they literally just like dragged the image down the hole. But it was awful. I can't wait to get my phone back on. I bookmarked it. They're just bouncing on beds, but it looked like a It looked like a website animation. I don't even know how to describe it. It was awful. They're like bouncing between like two keyframes.
Oh boy. Terrible.
Jiggling like a MySpace avatar. Like I really... Frame Lock 2024.
No.
So sad.
Very.
This match is so fucking good too. Shit all over it.
The current one?
Yeah.
No. Well, you know, you still got the manga, so
Such is life.
such is life. But I think that's a good place to end it.
Dukes of Weebdom.
Dukes of Weebdom, episode 86.
Peace.
See y'all. Have a good one. Back at you next week.